would take place. It is a muted atmosphere. It is not the joyous stadium that this sometimes is for football, and that's understandable. And it's Galatasaray's Harte burrowing through the middle. Now this is Hakan Şükür immediately to run at Leeds, and a low shot tests Nigel Martyn, who's kept 20 clean sheets this season in 46 games, and they'll need to be a little bit better to beat him with efforts like that. It's going to be a throw-in now, though, the way of Leeds United, who've suffered of late. It has not been a good run for them. Legs are weary after the demanding schedule. Down the right-hand side, this is a good run by Baka into the edge of the box. Away. This is Emre. Missed the game against Mallorca when they won 2-1 to clinch a place after a fantastic 4-1 away victory. He flicks it off the arriving Jones, wearing, as all the Leeds United players are here tonight, a black armband in respect of the two boys, Christopher Loftus and Kevin Spate, who so tragically lost their lives. It's Woodgate who clears it away. It's a throw-in then to Galatasaray, and it will be taken by Ergood. In towards Haji. What sort of mood's he in tonight? It could be so decisive. Back then to goalkeeper Nigel Martyn from Ian Harte, who, like the rest of the Leeds side, did not play well against Chelsea at the weekend. Thrashes it forward beyond Bridges, and it's tucked away then towards Bullant, the captain of Galatasaray, the 31-year-old one-club man, tucked by Okan, who's a very good player and certainly shone against Chelsea over the two games. And that's a throw into Gala with 90 seconds played. Already they've shown a zip in their stride. Harry Kewell dropping back on that left to leave Bridges alone up front in the early seconds. Radaby turns. This should be cleared away by Ian Harte. A nice nimble turn. Agile, chips up towards Bridges, has had his injury problems, has been playing with strains and bumps and bruises for the last month really. Here he is, nicely tucked into Jones. Now Lee Bowyer to Kelly on the right hand side. Kelly now vastly experienced, though just 25 years of age, and Baka thought he might have had something he didn't, and eyeball to eyeball with Bullant. Not the most sensible of stares and glares by the Turkish captain on this night in particular. Behaviour of players has to be impeccable. A head back by Harte and Nigel Martyn, an early feel. And it is important, Joe, that both sets of players keep their heads.
Yes, especially Leeds. I mean, they're coming here. It is a very intimidating stadium, and really they've got to have a good temperament that goes throughout, not only in keeping their discipline when they're under the cosh, but keeping their discipline in respect to the shape that they've come up with for this evening's event, to keep that no matter what way the result is going, how much pressure is put on them, is to retain instructions that's been given to them.
That's Harry Kewell losing possession. This is little Haji. As possession turns inside, Kewell was tripped and wins the free kick. Capped a record 120 times for Romania, for whom he scored 34 times. Harry Kewell was the offender when he gives up football. Georgie Haji wants to become a dentist, some say. He's opened a dentist surgery back in Bucharest. In comes the whipped free kick. He was going for goal, and Nigel Martyn had it easily covered, but I don't think there's much doubt there. He sensed that Nigel Martyn was slightly off his line, and the master from Romania went for goal with those little size 5 boots he wears. Tiny little feet, quick feet, dancing feet for a player. He'll be at Euro 2000 with Romania. So will Georgie Popescu at the back, his national captain.
Well, you mentioned two players there, Jonathan, and that is a difference, along with Tafarel and the other players who are born and bred in Turkey, the immense amount of experience that they do have.
Oh yeah, it's dropped short. Great save by Nigel Martyn. The referee already thought about giving a free kick against Lee Bowyer for leading with the arm in the challenge, but there was Haji with a whipped long-range shot, and a splendid save by Nigel Martyn. In the opening 5 minutes he's been tested twice, once from Şükür and the second from this little man Haji. Splendid save by the big Cornishman from Sudostom. Şükür, the danger man in the box, top scorer here in Turkish football for the last 3 years, should be cleared, and is indeed so, by Jonathan Woodgate, a man under his own pressures. And the corner kick will be taken again by Haji. Won the European Cup with Steaua Bucharest. Real a failure at Real Madrid when he went there. splendid at Barcelona. Gets the cross, deep. There's the last effort from Arif. Oh, half a chance! And it's broken up and away by Gary Kelly. And for a minute there I thought Air Gun was going to get a half chance, just what, some 7-8 yards out. Emre now, talented in midfield, good prospect, dispossessed. This is Bridges, looking for Harry Kewell. Splendid stride, first touch. In comes across, Bowyer's in the middle, nearly getting in front of his man. And the referee said Bowyer took the last touch. And Lee Bowyer, in thumping the ball away like that, could earn the displeasure of the German referee, Helmut Krug, who is a strict disciplinarian.
Well, we had two examples then, one from each team. We had the set piece there from Haji, and he did mean it. And then we had the quick break of Leeds, which have shown in the past, especially in Europe, how quick they can break. And we have that player Bowyer, not for the first time this season, getting in the box.
3 yellow cards in this competition, Lee Bowyer. Another couple would bring him a suspension. That's good movement by Leeds. Bridges edge to the penalty, it goes for goal, and Taffarel may well have got a touch. He didn't. Bridges thinks so. Quite clearly Michael Bridges thinks that he got a touch there. But away and over for a goal kick. Lively opening here in the 6 minutes we've had.
Yes, and a lively open, and not just by Galatasaray. Here we have Bridges lining it up. Doesn't get quite completely over it, and it does sail over, and I don't think, as a first thought, that Taffarel never got a touch to it. Clearly over the bar.
Claudio Taffarel, fair head. His family come from the Dolomites in Italy originally. This is a good break again by Gala over the top. And bursting forward was Arif, cut out by Jonathan Woodgate. But the 27-year-old Arif was in sparkling form at Chelsea in the opening 20 minutes. They then had Taffarel sent off. They had to substitute Arif for tactical reasons, and they went back into their shell. And of course here we're feeble in the return leg. Meanwhile the referee stepping in to stop a little bit of argy-bargy between Hakan Şükür, Wiley and Jonathan Woodgate. Such a splendid prospect. Up and away by Radaby. Leeds will need his cool head. What a splendid season he's had. Chasing off, just to shepherd it out of play, was Ian Harte, and that'll be a throw-in for Leeds. The away goal could be so precious for them tonight. You couldn't keep it in play from Eric Bakker's touch.
I think that's one of the strengths of both teams, Jonathan, that they are capable. They have shown in the run so far that they are more than a match to get goals away from home. Up
from Kelly. Topescu meets it, 4 times Romanian Footballer of the Year in a row, but it's Leeds building now. That's a good ball by McPhail. Kewell in the box, and back across came Capone, still Kewell. There's the chip, the header down from Bowyer, lacking a little bit of support. Jones comes with the placed effort wide. Well, Leeds were patient in the end because one half chance slipped away after another then.
Yeah, it was a great ball played, outside of his foot there by McPhail, laid down there by Bowyer for the oncoming Leeds player who tried to bend into the near post.
Matthew Jones looking for his first goal for the club. Harte has time. Drops towards Suat. Another who could be in Euro 2000. He's played 7 times for Turkey. Now back up, who deserves a place in the Norwegian side, certainly. I think in Holland and Belgium he's had a terrific first season in English football. Bullant off Michael Bridges. Throw into Galatasaray, who had a brilliant unbeaten run here this season. They lost at home early on in the campaign, and then they went 24 matches until Fenerbahce defeated them a couple of weekends ago. Haji drifting as he does through midfield. He's got Oken just behind him. Capone's wide at the top of your picture there. Haji went for the little cross into Şükür and acknowledges that it wasn't the best of passes from the 35-year-old. He's been in the Romanian side now for something like 15 years.
Well, not only has he been an important player, as you've expressed there, 15 years in the Romanian team, but here for Galatasaray, if he is in the mood, he certainly is. He has the ability to get them ticking, scorer of goals and creator of goals.
Magnificent score of goals for Galatasaray over the years. Battling for it again, dispossessed though by the abrasive young McPhail. Bridges playing it through midfield. Okun. Now this is Ergun. Baka let him go. The cover was by Jones at full stretch. Ergun, and now Haji once again stepping beyond Baka, floats it to Suke, very nearly in behind Woodgate. Now Arif, glad to be in front of him. Again went for the planted effort, lacked any sort of power, but he remains a real danger. Arif Erdem, 34 caps for Turkey, 6 goals, 14 goals last season, and once hit a hat-trick against Northern Ireland inside 4 minutes. I think you remember him.
I was just going to come in there because I was on the bench on the receiving end of that. He had a marvellous spell before half-time and just 2 or 3 minutes after half-time in Belfast.
Woodgate the offender on this occasion. Hakan Şükür rolled to the ground. Haji with, again he's gone for goal. Outrageous really. Had no chance of beating Nigel Martin. That's 2 efforts from long range from Haji, easily passing wide of goal. But one never quite knows what he can do on his day. Played in the World Cup finals of 1990, 1994, 1998. Ergun, blocked by Baka. Now Kelly floats forward, suspicion of offside against Bridges, I have to say. Bullen down. This is Popescu's header forward. Now Haji. Good break to the left again by Arif. In the middle there, Hakan Şükür will be the target. Free header! 1-0! Hakan Şükür for Galatasaray on 12 minutes. And this is the most potent goal scorer in Turkish football. And Leeds simply left him far too much room, and it's his 9th goal in Europe this season. It has been a miserable and tragic trip for Leeds United, and it's also a miserable start on the field.
Well, it was started by Haji and his play down there to Arif, and really he had only one thought in his mind there. He put on his right foot and was to look for Hakan Şükür. And the Leeds defence, the 4 of them, especially the 2 central, Harte and Woodgate, failed to pick up Hakan Şükür. Here he is, all the time in the world, isn't closed down, is allowed to put the ball in. And Hakan Şükür gets in between the 2 Leeds defenders and places his header wide of Martin.
This is a man who won the European Golden Boot, or was runner-up I should say, a couple of years ago. That's the potency in the air of Hakan Şükür. Here he is again, pressurising Woodgate. It'll drop here to Ergun. Fatih Terim, the coach, is there right at the bottom of your picture, screaming out instructions, and a strong challenge from young Jones. There is the Turkish coach down there. A record 63 caps for his country. Scored a couple of goals in that time. And was a Galatasaray player too. Popescu, up and away by Jones. This is where now a young Leeds side, for whom a season has turned of late, has to keep its cool and its discipline. Down goes Popescu. Was at Spurs for that brief period. The Leeds bench, David O'Leary and Eddie Gray, Roy Aitken standing next to him, former Celtic and Scotland hero on the coaching staff now. That's the goal scorer, waiting for it again in the air. Floated wide to him, and the header away and out of play. No danger from this free kick. But that was the goal from Hakan Şükür. atmosphere of the Ali Sami Yen Stadium is as it should be when the home side are leading, buoyant. Another free kick. Haji will take it, or will he? Again pushing Capone forward. Arif is on the edge of the penalty area. Haji, the controller, the puppeteer pulling the strings. Capone is in there. Again the run from Hakan Şükür. Arif was his shirt being tugged, the header wide. And another real chance there for Galatasaray. And Arif holds his head in his hands, and Leeds United here.
Well, it's a marvellous free kick, and he has a little bit of his jersey pulled there, but I don't think that's any excuse. Arif really had a golden chance there to make it 2-0.
Well, Leeds United here on what has been an appalling trip. Could have been 2 or 3 down already. Good challenge by Suat. David O'Leary down at pitch side, so too is John Helm.
Yes, Jonathan, David O'Leary is very concerned about the number of free kicks that Leeds are conceding. He sent a message out to Matthew Jones, and ironically just done that before the first goal came. They're also wanting Harry Kewell and Michael Bridges to run at the opposition because they feel they might get a goal here tonight, but the prime concern is this question of the number of free kicks.
Bowyer gets one now for a foul by the 19-year-old Emre, who's come through the Turkish youth and under-21 side. Made his debut against Norway in February and will be going to Euro 2000. Just clipped Lee Bowyer as he turned. Now Harte. This is Eric Bakker. Neatly done. Bridges. Bullet tucked up behind him. Bakker once again. Again fouled. Emre, 30 seconds after picking up a warning from the referee, repeats the same offence. Bakker in the middle for a free kick that'll come curling in from the foot of the 20-year-old Stephen McPhail. Woodgate in there as well. And Harte and Bridges. And he came to Bakker on. He rose high with Bullen. He's still in there for the return cross. So is Kewell. It'll flick on. They're going away. Haji in the mood tonight. And fouled by Bowyer, who didn't like the decision.
No, in that case there, you're looking at Haji. Used all his experience trying to get his body across Bowyer, and really it wasn't a free kick, but in a manner in which he went down, he's made up the mind of the referee.
Leeds have committed 5 fouls in dangerous places already. Galatasaray a couple. Now Taffarel.
Well, one thing you can't afford to do is to give free kicks away. It's bad enough on a wide area, but central where you have that man Haji, he'll definitely punish you.
This is Hakan Şükür to Arif again. Oh, crucial slip by Radabi. Brilliant recovery challenge by Woodgate. This is Haji again, blocked by Radabi. Erdogan with a follow-up. Haji went for the little cheeky back heel. And away, and Leeds will look for Bridges to hold it up. They didn't think he was doing that well enough when we saw them in their last game away from home in Europe at Slavia Prague. And there was criticism from the bench. A wagged finger at him from the captain Bullen to suggest Michael Bridges had been an offender. That won't go down well at all. Haji with a free kick. Radabi has time. This is Popescu. Awkward bounce, ringing hard. And Capone, well, it could have gone anywhere really from the foot of the 27-year-old Brazilian. That's the goal from Şükür that separates the two sides. Harry Kewell row 1 challenge. Capone was a little bit lucky. Suat was dumped, and it's going to be a yellow card for Harry Kewell for a challenge that was born out of a sense of retribution, really. He felt he was fouled, so did I, and Harry Kewell snapped on a night when Leeds United can't afford to.
No, they certainly can't afford it. We managed right at the start of the game. We're looking for players with temperament. Harry Kewell is not going to receive anything he hasn't received in previous trips abroad, but he's got to keep his head. He's been booked now, and he was given a little bit of dissent to the referee, which is the last thing any of the Leeds players want to get involved in.
This is Bullen. Straight through to the goalkeeper's hands. He's back in the Turkish squad, Bulut, the captain. He's played 58 times for his country. Second in the list of all-time cap players here now. Bridges turns. And Tafarel will clear it away. Ergun to Haji. 20 minutes on the half gone. Haji being pressurised by Jones. The referee will have a quiet word here, I think, with the young Welshman.
Well, it's another case of Haji and Galatasaray showing their experience there. He's agitated Jones in such a way that the referee has taken notice of him, and again, that's the last thing you want to see.
But he really looks up for it, Haji.
Well, he's impossible to mark, John. You see him at this moment in time, just in the picture there. He's playing left back.
Woodgate. This is Bridges. Bulut misjudged the lead. Michael Bridges, he's got back up to his right-hand side. And Popescu, a gentle header to Tafarel, 112 times capped by Brazil. They recalled him for the World Cup finals of 1994. He was playing for a local side at the time and doing odd jobs, having retired from the game. Arif, good movement. Emre quickly on. Capone's getting a lot of space down that Leeds left. Into Emre once again, the teenager. Ergun, a lot of rotation and free movement from Galatasaray so far. Haji waits, takes, off Gary Kelly, corner kick. Leeds there, look frozen.
Yeah, but it was good play by Galatasaray, a little bit of patience, couldn't get in down the right, came across the middle and tried to get in on the other side.
Short corner, Haji. Blocked by Bowyer, but deflected awkwardly. Not the best of passes. Drive here from Suat. Woodgate again, the block, not for the first time. Capone. Popescu. And Bulut is captain. Missed the whole of the European Champions League campaign this season, injured. Crucial factor as to why they went out. Bowyer now. Bridges is onside. He's got Kewell on the edge of the penalty area, skips beyond Okun. Good run by Bridges, and that's a fine effort from Michael Bridges. Leeds top scorer going close.
Showed a lot of confidence. Came inside, beat his man, tried to get Tafarel at the near post.
Leeds first corner of the night. Up and away it was by Popescu. That's the drive by Jones. And they didn't really need to rush the clearance out by Suat, but offside against the string. Could have been any one of three. There they are, look, four of them all caught as the trap moved out. There's the goal scorer. 101 goals for Galatasaray in 126 games since returning to Italian football. He had a brief spell at Torino. He was only there for some 3 or 4 months. Now Ergun. Haji, 1-0 to Galatasaray. Certainly not a position that Leeds would be incapable of reversing in the home leg. If it stays like this, Harte calls for a yellow card from Bowyer.
Again, that's another example where David Deliri is concerned about giving away an unnecessary free kick. I mean, Leeds have got 2 players there, don't need to do what they have done, and they put themselves in a position where they've got to defend again.
This will be Arif with the free kick, and he whips them in very similar to Zola at Chelsea, but Martin comes to catch. Quick release. Bridges waited for it, Bullen didn't. Again Leeds stretched. This time Nigel Martin, more acrobatic, harder working. Splendid safe pair of hands from the 33-year-old Cornishman.
Well, certainly Haji is up for it. It shows you he's tackling there. Not only is he creating, but he's put himself about, closing the Leeds players down.
Ergun away once again by Bulund. At one stage, Hakan Şükür was interested in a move to Manchester United, I seem to remember. It never came off for him. Leeds United 3 defeats in a row. The worst spell under David O'Leary. Popescu, slightly short. Taffarel had to rush as bridges closed. Now Harry Kewell couldn't keep it in. It was spinning, I would suggest, viciously from the clearance. Just how can a young Leeds side cope with the sort of pressure on them from off-the-field behaviour in the build-up to this game, and indeed that poor run they're suffering. Woodgate was fouled by the goal scorer. When you've got a young side like this, Joe, how can they turn it around with such a... Well, it's a bare-bones squad, really. The team and the substitutes they have here is virtually all they have.
Well, I think they've done exceptionally well, especially without David Batty. I mean, David Batty was brought here to give Leeds what they need tonight, and they've managed to get through previous games away from Europe, done exceptionally well. But this is a semi-final, and as I say, they're playing against a team with a vast amount of experience, and one thing they do have to do is to keep their shape. 1-0 down, but they are capable of scoring away goals.
And that's a foot left in by Jones. A late challenge and the boot was raised, and I'm not surprised he got a yellow for that. It's his first in Europe, the 19-year-old Llanelli boy. Ooh, it was high, and it was a late one as well. There he is. He's done splendidly since coming into the side in these European Games in the Olympic Stadium in Rome. And indeed in Prague, though there was defeat there, played very well.
I think in that game in Prague, they just took their foot off the pedal, and in circumstances here, they certainly won't be in that frame of mind. It's a game where they have been under pressure. They've had 1 or 2 breaks, but Galatasaray have given them an example of the football that they can play.
Played 77 games in European Champions League or Champions Cup matches. That's the experience of the side. Looking for their 50th game in all European, 50th win in all European competitions tonight. Galatasaray, this is the difference between the two teams so far. Hagi. Again running at Leeds. Kelly Wendy with a block challenge. Radaby had to stretch. Hagi direct, tricky, elusive, impish. And Radaby's clearance gives the corner kick away.
Well, a little bit unfortunate there, Leeds, to concede that corner kick, but they've got to watch this man, Hagi.
Radaby marshalling his defence. Look for Capone. Martin underneath his own bar. Good safe catch. John Beresford and Lee Chapman back in London watching this. I'll come to Lee in a couple of seconds because this is Harry Kewell. No, caught in possession by Ergun. Hagi waits down the line. Lee, what do you make of it so far in these opening 28 minutes?
Well, they did start as though they were preoccupied. The mind seemed to be elsewhere, understandably so, but the marking was very bad. It was terrible on the goal that Hakan Şükür scored. Moments later, Arif could have got another header, bad marking again, and there's lots of petty little fouls they're giving away. They've had yellow cards, and they really have to concentrate on the game in hand, otherwise they could find themselves at the end of a quite a severe beating.
Now Harte for Leeds. And Maffeo drops deep. Oken closing a little bit too late. Harte eases it on to feet. Good movement by Leeds once again. Bridges to Bowyer. Popped a little bit. Maffeo. Bridges will lose the chase to Arif. And Capone, the Brazilian. Wide again to Arif. Wily, sinewy forward. Again the movement. Off the ball, so telling by Galatasaray. The cross to Hakan Şükür, miscontrolled, and Woodgate came in with the steal. Hagi running against Gary Kelly. Fair challenge, said the referee. Hagi to the ground. Every time he's fouled, you'll hear the Galatasaray fans booing. He is their great hero.
I think some of the distribution from Leeds at the back could be altered a little bit. I mean, there are occasions where they have been under pressure, and really they should just try and kill it a little bit, allow the Leeds players as a unit to push up, get their shape again.
Harte caught his man, no doubt about that. Down went Okun. Harte moves across to take the free kick. Hakan Şükür in the middle. Woodgate on his shoulder. Bakker, important defensive job for him in there as well. Radaby keeping a close eye on Popescu. It's whipped in though. There's an offside flag against Arif. It's a free kick to Leeds United inside their 6-yard area. The German official over there, Frank Schumacher, saw it early.
A very, very tight decision, but another terrific ball played in there in an area which is difficult for Nigel Martin to come getting in behind the Leeds defence.
Looked as if he was onside from the replay. Throw into the Turkish league leaders. 9 points clear of Beşiktaş. 18 points clear of Fenerbahçe. 6 games left. There's Okan. He has played it around about 10-11 games for Turkey. Again, he'll be in Euro 2000, I think. And because of the violence here last night, I read 1 or 2 articles in this morning's newspapers suggesting that there could be acts of retribution in the summer in Euro 2000. Well, I sincerely hope that isn't the case, and I hope the authorities take prompt action over what's happened here in the last 24 hours. Taffarelli's missed it in the air under the pressure. Wrapped up in cotton wool, the goalkeeper. Gone the days when the likes of Joe Jordan could challenge a goalkeeper in the air.
Well, I'm just going to come into the defence here of Leeds United. That ball went in there, and to be honest, I think Bakker was entitled to go for it. Taffarel has come out to nearly his 18-yard line. The Leeds player has, as I say, Bakker has got to go for it. Unfortunate, the result of that challenge went against him.
It's part of the game. We don't see any more challenges in the air like that from big bustling centre forwards. Andy Lockhead, Wyn Davies, Ron Davies. Now Harte. Looking for Bakker. Gunn will cut it out. Kelly has time and space now. 13 minutes to go in the first half. Only the 1 goal between. An away goal would so swing the tide. Bakker, but this, well, in the end, lost possession to Okun, but he just tugged on Bakker's shirt, perhaps. The referee, greatly respected. He's now something like 28 years as a referee, Helmut Krug. He has the big ones in Europe. He was at Euro 1996. Here's the free kick Leeds way. This is McPhail. Bullock with the header away. Chance for Leeds here now. Second corner of the night. Bullock unhappy. The Galatasaray captain. Rain spitting down again. Greasy top surface. Bridges in there. Behind him Woodgate. 2 of them jump for it. Woodgate taps it back. Drive attempted by Bridges. Harte still pressurising in there away by Galatasaray. Radaby, sensible, clever ball, easy pass, wide to Kewell. Now Hardy's onside. Woodgate's in the middle. So too Bakker. Bowyer in space. Keeper cuts it out. Lee Bowyer, perhaps. Joe would have been the better ball as he came late on the edge of the penalty area, but Harte didn't spot it.
No, I think he had a little bit of credit to Taffarel. He's read the danger there and he's cut the ball out.
Wants to get forward, does Ian Harte, and with great effect this season. 8 goals he has. A forlorn chase for Michael Bridges. Don't be worried if you see that police vehicle with the blue lights on moving up and down the touchline. It doesn't mean anything significant's happened in the stadium. If you have loved ones over here, it's been trundling up and down the line all evening. I don't know why, but it's been moving up and down the touchlines for about the last 2 hours. Nothing untoward is happening. That's a lovely ball by Kelly. This is Bridges. And blocked by Bullock again, and he's screeching at Popescu, who let Bridges drift across, and Bullock was the cover. There's Fatih Terim, the coach, most unhappy. And a chance here for Leeds United. On 34 minutes, it's their 3rd corner of the game. Taffarel, steely-eyed. he goes! Bowyer blocked brilliantly by the captain, Bullet. Oh, he's not given another foul for a challenge on the goalkeeper in the air, surely here. He has, you know, Jock.
That's...
Eric Bakker was just standing there. I don't think he was trying to block him off at all.
Oh, without doubt, I mean, you could give him a benefit of doubt for the one at hand just inside the 18-yard box, but that one there, he's made a hash of it. He's made a complete mistake, come for it and dropped it.
Has had his jittery patches over the years, the former Cup Winners' Cup winner. Did he won the Italian Cup back in 1992, days at Parma. McPhail, dispossessed, good tackle on him. And again, Leeds have given away another free kick and they're sleeping here. In towards Arif, looking for the return was Okun. Arif again from range, it moved through the air, but Nigel Martin knew it was flying over from Arif, looking for his second goal in Europe this season. Arif, he's been a regular in their Champions League campaigns over the last 4 or 5 years. Won 3 titles in a row, 5 titles in the last decade alone, Galatasaray. And here they come again, whether it's Haji or Okun, they're finding space. This is Haji, and they're good. 2 in the middle, Arif there, Hakan Şükür, the goal scorer, looks for Arif, near post! Through to Nigel Martin, and it begged a touch from that man Arif, and it didn't quite come.
Well, it's another piece of marvellous play, started again by Haji. Great run in there by Arif.
Another foul as Okun goes down. This is the chance, clever ball played in. Very nearly a touch by Arif. This is Haji, blocked by Bakker. Now Bowyer, and out by Jones. Such an important night for English football, of course. Arsenal 1-0 up against Lens. Dennis Bergkamp on a couple of minutes. Lens defeated them in the Champions League last season. Good. Looking for Haji. Early movement, but he turned his man Kelly there. An old fox, Georgie Haji. His debut in way back in 1983 it was, against the then East Germany for Romania. This is Gary Kelly of the Republic of Ireland, product of the Home Farm Club. Turned out so many good footballers over the years. Bowyer's foul. Bridges, chance here for the cross by McPhail. 2 at the far post, Capone away. And now Hakan Şükür. Okun making the forward thrust, and suddenly it's 3 against 2 because Okun's got Haji on the left, but he carries alone. He finds Arif, Leeds are stretched, and away by Kelly. And really Galatasaray there should have made it 2. And would the tie have been beyond Leeds? It's not at the moment, far from it. Kelly looks for Harte. I'm not too sure if David O'Leary wasn't going to be stretched as wide as this show.
No, definitely not. I mean, Leeds United didn't take the initiative there, went at Galatasaray, but what you had is a very, very dangerous example there. I mean, if Arif had got his cross in, they're so quick on the break. I mean, that's a warning for Leeds, not only for the night, but in the return leg at Ellen Road.
Haji popped up beyond him. In these opening 40 minutes, Leeds have conceded 17 fouls, and that's why David O'Leary is a none too happy man. 41-year-old London-born Irish international, though of course he was raised in the Republic of Ireland. Missed their 11th game in 39 days, Leeds. Bullet. Now Haji. This is Popescu. To Spurs in 1994-95 season, off to Barcelona within a year. Jones for Leeds. No misunderstanding between McPhail and Kewell. Now Emre. Hakan Şükür the run. Will it drift away from him? Keeps it in play. So therefore Woodgate can ease it clear for Leeds. Suat, Turkish international down. Haji, again the turn and drive. Blocked by Harte. Bullant. To Arif making himself available, dropping short. Bullant once again. Shows good movement, Arif. Haji. He's the fulcrum, the pivot for it all. Radaby has time. Got a shout from Harte. Kewell dips his shoulders. Great taste by Capone, and also from Harry Kewell. This is a wonderful run beyond Popescu. Brilliant from Kewell, deserved better. A magnificent run from Harry Kewell. Blistering pace because Capone is no slouch.
Oh, showed great strength there, but under pressure, when he had to have a shot in such a way that he got it wrong. There's similar circumstances where he scored a beautiful goal against Slavia Prague, but in this occasion got it very, very wide.
Radaby was fouled. Shrug of the shoulders from Arif. Digging in against Radaby. The foul Leeds way. Capone on the back of Harry Kewell. 3 minutes to go before the half-time interval. Michael Bridges, not a great touch. Taffarel will clear, spoons it. Once again, young McPhail has gone in with an unfair challenge. They look to get Arif away. Free kick taken too quickly.
Well, I've tried that a number of times with Galatasaray, tried to keep Leeds on their back foot, trying to get it in behind them, and it is a little bit of a warning.
Bridges with a little glancing header on. Popescu came off McPhail, throw in. There is young McPhail. Now Galatasaray fans with their famous chants, Chimbom. Certainly they've played a part in this first half for the home side. Baka was the offender, free kick. Not had the greatest of halves. Eric Back, in fact, looked tired, I thought, on Saturday against Chelsea. It was a rather uninspired Leeds performance, lacking in imagination, jaded. Up goes Radaby. Oh, Capone is around the right-hand side. It's 2-0 to Galatasaray, and it's the Brazilian Capone creeping in with his third European goal of the season. Leeds failed to clear, and the misery worsens for them in the Ali Sami Yen Stadium. What a crucial time for the second goal, 90 seconds before the half-time interval.
Well, we've said it before, it is an awful time to concede a goal, especially when it's a second goal. Failed to pick up the pieces, ball's played in here, not for the first time, causing danger in the Leeds defence. The drops, and really an unstoppable. Cracking goals there from no more than 6 yards, which Nigel Martin has no chance of preventing.
Well, they can ponder on lost colleagues and friends, and also here on the football pitch. Nothing is going to plan. Kewell worked hard for the corner kick. Still, an away goal would swing the tie Leeds way, with Ellen Rowe to come in a fortnight's time. Fourth corner kick of the game for Leeds. Woodgate with Hate in the middle. Away though by little Oku. Now Bridges, nearly caught in possession by Oku. Has it again. looking on the edge of the box for Baka. 1 minute of stoppage time to play at the end of the first half. Harry Kewell, who's provided Leeds' best moment as ever this season, but losing possession. Hakan Şükür tracked by Gary Kelly, who got the nudge. Harry follows up, great speed. Bowyer though whipped in the foot. Hakan Şükür following it up. The two of them are so dangerous. Best striking pair by a mile in Turkish football. This time foiled though. Harte away, Bridges in an offside position.
They really have got to be careful, Leeds, that they don't get caught on the break. I mean, a third goal would be an absolute killer.
Well, a population here of 12 million in this particular area of Turkey has provided a crowd of 20,000, and they are celebrating. The rhythmic bounce and cheer we see so often as the half-time whistle comes. A miserable first half for Leeds United, and an evening overshadowed by real tragedy. 2-0 down, Hakan Şükür with the first goal on 12 minutes. Capone 2 minutes from the half-time whistle. Will that be the decisive moment in the tie? As the home fans celebrate, and Leeds distraught, embittered and solemn, and the Leeds players go off at half-time to talk to David O'Leary. What can he produce? Because at half-time they're 2-0 down.
First.
Leeds United all in white, kicking from right to left in this second half, away from their fans then. On a pitch that is played true and flat, good surface. The referee from Germany, Helmut Krug from Gelsenkirchen, prepares to get us off and underway, the sports teacher. And it's Galatasaray immediately in possession with Suat back to Ergun, and then the movement provided by Emre. And here's the captain, Boulet, striding away. Emre's made that run. Kelly closes. Haji again into space. What a terrific first half he had, Haji. Who can pick him up? Can they man mark him? Wouldn't he drag a man marker all over the place though, Joe? And that would cause problems of a different sort.
Well, Haji has had a fantastic career. He's played at the highest level at club and for his country, and he's came across man-to-man marking all through those years. Now, I don't think to put a man on him is the answer. I think you're going to really create gaps in the Leeds formation. I think really it's a case of everyone's responsibility. When Haji gets the ball, the nearest man to him must close him down and prevent him making that killer pass, and the rest of the team keeping their shape.
The second goal scorer, Capone, with a throw. Harry Kewell stabs it out, and while Harry Kewell is on the pitch, Leeds still have hope of what could be a precious tie-saving away goal. Bravely in there was Jones. Harte will take the throw in. 22-year-old from Drogheda. One has to remember how young this Leeds United side is on a night against the likes of Popescu at 32, and also with Georgi Haji and all his caps. That lack of experience is told, perhaps. Capone with the throw. Haji again, so strong to hold up the challenge. Lovely back heel. Kewell away. Bridges. Pass from Jones, couldn't quite find Kewell. Radaby away. Hasn't looked at his calmest, Lucas Radaby at the back. Offside against Şükür. But then on occasions, the Leeds United fullbacks have had to push out to close down on Haji, and they played diagonal balls in behind the fullbacks and dragged the centre-backs out wide as well, causing so many problems, Arif and Hakan Şükür.
Well, other than the two front players that you mentioned here, Jonathan, they are quality players. Hakan Şükür is a marvellous goal scorer. But the trouble is coming from further deep. You know, especially we've spoken about Haji. When he is on the ball, he's been given too much time, and he's allowed to play that pass, which has really stretched the Leeds defence.
Haji sends off after it now and goes beyond Ian Harte. Harte got back at him, bounced off Haji last. Goal kick to Leeds United. One away win in 5 matches for Leeds. They're not travelling well at the moment. Big games to come. Arsenal at home as they try to chase down on a Champions League place for next season. It could all go so horribly wrong for them in the next 6 weeks or so. Remember 1970 when they were chasing League, FA Cup and European Champions Cup and ended up with nothing. Arif beyond Radaby, blocked with his hand, I think. Saying the ball hit his hand, he didn't make contact the other way, it wasn't hand to ball, but the referee disagrees. Oh no, I don't think Lucas Radaby had it right there. Looks a clear case from up here as if that's a free kick to Galatasaray. Referee has been consistent with his decisions, I think. Haji again with a free kick. Oh, Leeds square, this is a worry. The drive up and over by Emre. Scored once in Europe this season, doesn't get many for the club. He's, only 19 years of age. The youth and under 21 are now full international, but given far too much space there. Now Bowyer. Header away by Bullant, who's been strong at the back all night for Galatasaray. Unfortunate bounce off Lee Bowyer again. Haji. And now Şükür leaves it run to Okun. Good challenge by Jones. Well timed. Okan goes down. And Jones done such a good job in recent weeks. Bullant's header to Tashku. Rather uncultured from a very cultured player. Radaby away. Galatasaray have a player down off the field at the moment. It's Okan who's gone down, I think, and needs some treatment there to his shoulder. Broke a leg badly in 1996, and they said it took him 3 years to fully recover. There's Haji. Second leg highlights from Ellen Road on Channel 5. Leeds 2-0 down at the moment. The tie is certainly not beyond them. Highlights right here. This is the moment when Okan went down. It's just a very good tackle. Haji waits for the throw. Zips inside Harry Kewell. Kewell, nice tip of the shoulders again through Emre off scent. Now Kelly, plenty of space. Aka, who's been disappointing tonight. Ergun tucked up behind him. Baka played for a free kick that didn't come and didn't play the whistle. Just seen Okan wanted to come back onto the field of play. Haji now, quick release forward to Hakan Şükür. Nigel Martin smothers and slithers in. Okan back onto the field of play, wearing 7 there, bottom of your picture. This is Harte to Bridges. What a difference an away goal would make. Capone handles. Bowyer's quick free kick. McPhail, back to Bowyer, a little bit of space here. Quickly closed though. Emre's had a solid game in there, the teenager. Haji. Cruises on the ball, so comfortable, stuck to his foot. Always been a mesmerising player. Wonderful World Cup in '94. This is Okan, the 1-2 with Hakan Şükür. Bowyer to Nigel Martin.
Well, the thing about Haji is he's that confident when he's in possession of the ball, but the nearest Leeds player has really got to close him down in such a way they can prevent him from spreading those passes, because another one of those quality balls could be the killer.
The Bowyer caution for Leeds United, joining Jones and Kewell in the book. It's his 4th yellow card in Europe this season. Lee Bowyer's already had 1 suspension. 1 more yellow would lead to another one. Meanwhile, on the touchline, a new pair of boots for Hakan Şükür. Oh, and he's gone for goal again with the free kick. 3 times they've tried that in the game. As we're watching Şükür repair the boots. Scorer of the first goal of the night, a free header. He is 9th in Europe this season. Capone got the second 2 minutes before the break. Here he is, the Brazilian defender. Heading out of play. Came in the summer, Capone, joined with Marcio, a striker who's on the bench. Had a brief spell in Japanese football with the Kyoto club. A bit of a wanderer. This is Harte with the throw. McPhail quickly on. Bridges. Turns. Step inside and the wriggle. Suat back to the goalkeeper. Woodgate. This could be danger. If Emre can find Haji, and now on to Hakan Şükür, they've got a break. Good quick feed again by Hakan Şükür. He's got Haji on the right touchline. Harry forward on the edge of the box, dawdled a little too long. And here's the conjurer, the magician. A feinter dummy. A roll of the boot under the sole of the boot. Magnificent stuff. Wasted in the end by extravagance, but he has been one of the world's greats, Georgie Haji.
Well, you've seen the best of him and a little bit of the worst as well. A marvellous skill.
They normally take him off in Europe. Midway through his second half is the cut-off point for him. Now that he's, 35. Kelly. Too far for Bakker. Bullet, the captain, trots across. Was it in? No. Throw into Leeds. 2-0 down. Galatasaray fans there don't look the happiest. Still, they could do with another goal. Leeds are still in this. They can't concede another. Arif dropping into space. Not a good ball. Harte. Closed quickly again, though he was, by Okan. And Capone tries to find the midfielder with a poor delivery, or was Okan a little bit leaden-footed? Anyway, Harte away. Kewell. McPhail. Closed quickly by Emre. I think he's had a super night. This is Radabi to Harry Kewell. Tagged with a challenge by Okan. Harry Kewell points 3 fingers to the referee. 3 times he's been brought down. 1 magnificent run in the first half, wasted with a shot wide. Okan's been booked 5 times in Europe this season in the Champions League. Abortive campaign, and then on in UEFA to the semi-finals of this one. Harte. Kelly unmarked. There's Bakker getting power on the header. Harry Kewell might with a levered volley. Whistled through the 6-yard area. Harry Kewell, 7 goals in his last 7 games, 16 in all this season, off target.
Well, if you look at Galatasaray at the start of the second half here, you really can see a little bit untidiness in their play. They've had opportunities to break, to take the game to Leeds, and a little bit of misplaced passes have really given the initiative here to Leeds, and maybe they can get something from it.
Suddenly there's a new feel about the game. Capone there at the back, the score of the second. Now though in defensive mode. Harte with the free kick. Came to Woodgate but spooned it awkwardly up over the bar. Jonathan Woodgate, scorer of 3 goals in his 75 games for Leeds. I wonder if they'll be disappointed that they haven't put Taffarel under more pressure with aerial deliveries. Certainly at Ellen Road he'll find it a much tougher night. Here he is. When we came with Chelsea in the Champions League in the autumn, the local fans were telling us they'd actually prefer to see Mehmet in goal. He played in that second game against Chelsea because Tafarel was suspended. I think he's a bit too jittery. Capone.
You certainly look at Galatasaray and they don't really seem to be playing with the same urgency. I mean, sometimes it is fatal. If you consider yourself, certainly at this early stage, 2-0 up. I think the game, possibly the tie, is over. There's a long, long way to go yet.
Hakan still feeling the shoulder injury there. As Harte floats another free kick in. He wasn't going for goal on that occasion, he was looking for Arif, but he's thoroughly enjoying himself. Harte, as you saw from the smile when he won a free kick against Harte, that's a misjudgment. This is Bridges for Leeds. Great chance here. Michael Bridges. Oh! Michael Bridges again. Oh no! Twice the chance was on, and twice the chance was squandered for the Leeds top scorer. 17 times he's found the back of the net this season for David O'Leary. The keeper foiled the first, and the second went wide.
Well, we've seen it all there, as I said. Galatasaray have started the second half and they've taken the foot off the pedal. Their lack of concentration, I think it was Popescu there, has let him go. And Michael Bridges had an unbelievable opportunity there to get Leeds back in it.
But Galatasaray got sloppy, and their coach Fatih Terim, the former Turkish national manager, was absolutely barking down on that bench. This is Hakan Şükür. And again, the dummy, Woodgate read it. Now McPhail, Bridges, Bullen will cut across though, and the captain of Galatasaray will clear it away. Well, made a real meal of it.
I know it's a disappointment to Leeds, missing that opportunity, but I must give them heart that Galatasaray have started really to look like a different team, and it is difficult once you drop your guard to try and pick it up again.
Capone, goal kick. Plays centre back Capone, and indeed has done of late. Though he was at right back against Mallorca, he played centre back against Chelsea, both home and away. Harte was so disappointing here when Chelsea won 5-0. Kewell from Bridges, Kewell through the middle, oh brilliant, steps beyond Popescu, Harry Kewell, right foot over, again deserved better, but there's a spring in Leeds step now, there's a vibrancy about their game, and Galatasaray are sagging.
Well, certainly it's one of those famous Harry Kewell runs. Unfortunately it was on favoured right foot there, but you're right, Jonathan, Galatasaray have given Leeds the edge to come back into this game, and I think Termid, the coach there, is thinking about making a substitution.
Well, Hakan Şükür, a defender, is waiting to come on. He's a Turkish international of some 13 caps. He's been injured of late, been a regular for his country at left back or centre back, and there's another great effort, saved by Nigel Martin from Hakan Şükür. He'll lead their line in Euro 2000 Turkey, and he remains a potent threat in the air, Hakan Şükür. Hakan Şükür to come on, no relation. I think also Ahmet is waiting to come on for them, for Galatasaray as well. A midfield player who started off with Fenerbahce. Well, it's no surprise Hakan has gone off, because he's been struggling with that shoulder injury. Hakan Şükür will come on, he'll play left back.
Other than the injury there to Hakan, Galatasaray have to do something. They've lost their momentum.
They'll push Ergun into a midfield position, and Hakan Şükür will go to left fullback. I would imagine Suat will drive out wide towards the right-hand side of midfield, but here they come again down the left-hand. This is Hakan Şükür, the substitute. Confident early touch by a firm favourite of the home fans. Been here, what, some 3 years? Still, they wait to bring Ahmed on as well down there. On the Leeds bench, Darren Huckabee off for Haaland, Jason Wilcox. Again, unluckily finding himself on the sidelines. Radaby down, Harte. 62 on the clock, 2-0 down Leeds. Trouble is, chasing a game with a 2-0 deficit for the home leg. Galatasaray have the capability to break at such speed.
Yes, and this, you could relate to the game at Ellen Road as well. We've seen an example when Leeds have had corners, how quickly the Galatasaray can break. But Leeds have an opportunity here. As I say, it's very difficult once you drop your guard, and Leeds here half taken the pace of the game up.
Well done, Hakan Şükür. The touch pass to Arif. First of all, picked up by Gary Kelly. He committed the foul. Good forward combination, those two, isn't it? This season they have, 10 goals between them in Europe, Şükür and Arif. Gary Kelly with a stretch foot. The noisy and boisterous Ali Sami Yen Stadium. But it really isn't as intimidating as all the hype. Fail, and to him again. Now Jones. Bowyer, not too sure if he'll be happy with his night's work. Lee Bowyer, Harte. Kewell was fouled, not for the first time. I make that 4 tackles on Harry Kewell in the night. The referee, of course, has booked the Australian and Jones and Bowyer of Leeds. Edge of the box in there is Woodgate. Bridges 2, back inside that penalty area, and Leeds are going to make a substitution. Jason Wilcox waiting to come on, and I think it's going to be Jones who will depart the scene. Your thoughts on that, Joe?
Yes, well, I think Leeds United see that there's an opportunity to get back in this game. I think they're going to be a little bit more positive. Wilcox, we know, is a player that when you can give him the ball, he can get the crosses in.
Great left foot. This is Harte to McPhail. In comes the left foot cross. Half away. Bowyer, powerful drive. Much better bullet with the braid block though. Captain's innings. Now Emre. Throw into Leeds United. Trailing here in Istanbul 2-0. Better news from Highbury at half-time. Arsenal 1-0 up against Lens. The goal scorer Dennis Bergkamp on just a couple of minutes. He will, of course, be able to drive to the return leg. Down goes Capone. Bridges suggests it's a dive. Nothing has gone right for that man's team tonight.
I think David O'Leary's decided with the introduction of Wilcox that they're going to go and try and get that elusive away goal.
Haji strokes it forward. Woodgate blocked. Again Leeds getting possession, giving it away too cheaply, and a little bit of argy-bargy. Bowyer, a wry look towards the referee, and toilet roll came hurtling out of that stand. This is Air Gun creeping forward, back up, away by Kelly. Kewell, the measured header, McPhail back to him. Harry Kewell, Bullen was tugging his shoulders. Let's just count from now on in, shall we? The number of foul challenges against Harry Kewell on the night.
Well, that's just in a funny way of respect for the ability that player has. But the referee, as I'm sure you know, has got to take account of that and punish the players concerned.
Mentioned that I thought he'd been consistent. I'll take that back, if I may. So Leeds with a free kick. Curled in, free header, all Kewell! How close do they have to get Leeds tonight? Harry Kewell first half, brilliant run, drove wide, Bridges one-on-one, saved, then popped the rebound wide, and now this one.
Well, really, it's a terrible marking there by Galatasaray, allowing Harry Kewell here, a free header, there he is, in between the defenders, places his header. Taffarel did have it covered, but it is another example. showing you that Leeds are coming into this game, have got a grip of this second half.
Much better for Leeds. John Beresford back there in London.
Yeah, it really is. This is more like the Leeds we've come to expect. They're getting chances now, they're getting at Galatasaray, and we're feeling a bit more confident in the studio. But at this stage of this competition, you can't be missing chances like that.
Gary Kelly for Bridges, pushed from behind by a tiring Popescu. Want to take the free kick quickly, they do so. This is Harte, go on, have a ping. But not like that, and Wilcox waits on the left-hand touchline, a pass, never came. Well, it's a drive worth perhaps attempting when you've got 8 goals and you have lightning in your leather boots, as Ian Harte does.
But you've also got to look at the reason why we've had the introduction of Wilcox is to give him the ball. You must give him possession of the ball and let him get at the full-back, get those crosses in. We've got Harry Kewell up there along with Bridges now.
Hadji. Oh, a little bit of a stumble and a bumble and a fumble. Now Harte. Cooler, more composed. Wilcox's first touch of the game, bundled over by Suat, who followed through in the challenge. Bridges, nice turn, the layoff to Wilcox. Such a good signing for Leeds United. Highly respected by his fellow pros. This is a low drive in there. Bridges with the turn, fed by McPhail, stolen by Capone. Wilcox, Harte with the dummy. Woodgate strong with a challenge on Hakan Şükür. Referee tonight has allowed nothing from challenges on the air against the goalkeeper to tackles on Fatih Terim's Galatasaray players anywhere on the pitch. The whistle has been blown. Former manager of Galatasaray, I seem to remember, dragging back through my memory, was Brian Birch at Busby Babe, who was in the 70s, would it have been? A couple of title wins, I think. This is Bullant. Played in the European Cup semi-final against Stour of 89. That's the furthest they've gone in Europe, Galatasaray. Here they're 2-0 up in the UEFA Cup semi-final. First leg, Bridges taken off him by Suat. An offside flag is given against Leeds United. Michael Bridges unhappy. Well, it has been an appalling trip. Nothing has gone right for them on the pitch. Who did that come off last? Hakan Şükür, Hadji in space to run at Gary Kelly, and breezes beyond him, even though the years are eating away at his legs, and up and away by Radabi. Suddenly a kick up of pace of the old Romanian Sharjah. Wilcox to Harte under pressure. Neatly done. Bridges. Now Bakker. Bowyer there to his right hand side. Bakker to the left. Bridges. The step over, the stumble and the fall. An air gun for Galatasaray. 2-0 up. And the tie surely won if they get another. Hakan Şükür. Hakan Şükür turns Radabi. Steps inside, holds, and Radabi gets the challenge. But this is Hadji now. In the middle is Arif, up and away by Ian Harte, and Wilcox should complete the clearance. Headed back to him by McPhail. Wilcox looks for Harry Kewell. Bullant came in with a steal. He's had such a strong game, and he certainly caught Harry Kewell in the face there. Although I have to say, I think it was accidental. But Kewell took a painful rap in the face. I think he may have been looking for something that was never going to come. Long ball, route one, Woodgate away. Now Wilcox, 18 minutes to go. Kewell, Bridges out wide to the left, but he checked his run. Kewell stands hands on hips as Taffarel gathers. Double winners of last season in Turkey. Beat Beşiktaş in the Cup 2-0. They won the league. A point from, again, Beşiktaş. They lead from them this season. Leeds about to make another substitution. It's Darren Huckabee who's going to come on. Arif, 1-2 with Haji, played at pace. Arif steps beyond Radaby and Harte. Good balance. Blocked and away. Now Wilcox for Leeds to Bridges. A bold attacking move by David O'Leary to send Huckabee on. Challenge is won by Emery. Harte needs to get it back. Misses the block tackle. Emery, Hakan Şükür in the middle. Emery sets his sights, goes for the bender and up and off by Lucas Radaby for a corner kick.
Yes, you're right there with the introduction of Huckabee. The intention is there by David O'Leary. He's looking to get this away goal. But it is a gamble because we have seen in the last couple of minutes there, Galatasaray have just started to lift their game again, got through that terrible start to the second half.
Corner kick that Arif will take. Hakan Şükür will back away into the middle. Huckabee about to come on. His Leeds United career hasn't really taken off, though he's played 38 games this season, substitutes roles included. Harte was at the near post, Nigel Martin unopposed. Leeds still have time tonight to get the away goal, and at 2-0 down, the tie remains very much in the balance. Haji. Well, I don't know whether he was going for goal and stumbled or whether he was actually trying to find Hakan Şükür. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This is the substitution now. Huckabee on and Bridges off. David O'Leary making the decision to take the top scorer away. Missed that chance early on in the second half. But a lone front-running role is an arduous one.
Well, it certainly is, especially in the early part of the game where he was asked to lead the line, hold it up, and expect the midfield players to come and get in contact with him. But we have a change here and he's going for the pace of Huckabee alongside Harry Kewell.
Kewell and Leeds have had so many highs this season, and suddenly, as we see Haji's attempt again, they're on the end of a three-game losing streak. It's another way of life for this young Leeds side. Separate Lives is our film tonight, by the way, on Channel 5, following the football. This is Kewell, dropped a little bit too short. Worked hard, Suat and Emre, who make a difference to Galatasaray. That's Capone up, a little header off by Hakan Şükür to Arif, who's prepared to work. Grafter up alongside the big centre forward. This is Haji. Again, that explosive kick forward, but lacked the definitive burst to get beyond Ian Harte, and Wilcox came in.
Oh, just now and again throughout the game, you have seen Haji. He has that yard on occasion, but it's only now and again. I don't think he can sustain it for 90 minutes.
Really seems to boss this place, though. Now Wilcox for Leeds. Huckabee was that handball against Capone as the ball came bouncing off the defender. The scorer of the second goal on 43 minutes. Leeds failed to clear. Another cross. The first goal had come from a cross from this side. About this spot, in comes Wilcox, this time for Leeds. Away it was by Hakan and Sal. Bowyer to Kelly. Opens up an angle for the return. In the middle, Huckabee. Kewell played to feet. What's that for? He wants to know. The linesman I didn't see the linesman flag there. Another substitution coming up for Galatasaray. Hasan Sass is to come on. He's a midfield player. Another Turkish international. This is Leeds on the attack. The great pace of Huckabee now to take on Bullet. Drifts beyond him. Bullet gets back at him. Very good defending. Didn't dive in and commit. Huckabee to Wilcox. Kewell awaits. Downward header. Bowyer was in there. McPhail! Leeds have missed the chances. They've had a handful. Bridges and Kewell, and now McPhail the latest. And how costly will those missed chances be?
Well, it is so important to get an away goal, and this is another opportunity for Leeds United. Harry Kewell knocking that cross down. And then again we see another chance for Leeds United. There it is, knocked down there by Harry Kewell, and another chance. There's 3 good chances they've had in the second half. This one coming from McPhail, but the best of all, as we know, was from Michael Bridges. And really you can't let opportunities like that go amiss.
David O'Leary will point to lax defending in the first half when Leeds was understandably subdued after the events of the last 24 hours, and the players would have known all about it. Information would have been passed to them, I'm sure, and they've looked very, very sombre. And then he'll point to the missed errors at the other end, the missed chances, as Hasan Sass comes on for Arif. This is Wilcox, beaten in the air by Hakan Şükür. And now Hasan Sass to run his man. Wilcox back to Radaby under some pressure. Capone couldn't keep it in. Hasan Sass was a bit-part player against Chelsea in the Champions League. He came on in both those games as a sub. Now Harte. Does it come through to Bakker? No, not quite. Bounces the way of Wilcox, but just out.
Well, I think Galatasaray realise a little bit of trouble that they've been in the second half. I think they're going to try and take what they have, maintain that 2-goal lead.
Dreadful throw in by Capone. The ball slipped out of his hands. Throw given Leeds way, then it was a foul throw by the Brazilian goal scorer of the night. Second goal scorer, Harte's throw. Kewell, I think, tried to find Wilcox, who's pointing. Ian Harte said the throw should have gone short to Eric Bakker, to feet. He was square and probably better placed.
As I was saying, John, I think they're going to go in a more traditional 4-4, and again that elusive Haji being in an area just off Hakan Şükür.
Radaby closed down by Hakan Şükür. Don't think he'll move away from Turkish football now. Massive hero here. Lives across the other side of the Bosphorus from us. Most of the players do. The luxurious area over there in Asia. Now Radaby to Gary Kelly. No, Byzantium, Constantinople, a link between Europe and Asia. This is Bowyer, the link for Leeds to Harte, and out wide here to Wilcox. Bowyer had continued his run. McPhail, there was a foot left in on him by Suat. Now Hasan Sass, fresh pair of legs. McPhail blocks. Lee Bowyer gets it eventually. 9 minutes to go. Back up. How many football neutrals really would will Leeds to get this exciting and refreshing Leeds side to get an away goal here? Harte bundles in recklessly. They've learnt lessons. Big lessons here. Too many free kicks given away. Haji's free kick was so accurate. Bowyer, though, regains possession. Now this is Darren Huckabee. Bullen tight behind him, has had an excellent night. He's found his man. They're in. Well, I was going to say, Joe, they're in perhaps a hope for the return leg.
Well, I'm sure this will give the Leeds United players a big lift, the way that they have competed in the second half after it looked to be completely over. But you're right, what you were saying there, Jonathan, about experience, and you just hope it's not to Leeds' cost, because they have gained a lot of experience in this atmosphere against playing against a quality team, an intimidating place.
Away by Harte, back to his goalkeeper. Tafarel and Popescu and Harte alone, they have 400 caps. This is Kewell. Oh, he was taken out, and this is a free kick to Leeds United, and a real chance. Bullen was the offender. He was very clumsy, Bullen, with the tackle. Anxiety amongst the Galatasaray players who are not in the side. Bullen just followed through and caught Kewell. Chance here now for Leeds United with 7 minutes to go. Tafarel on his guard, a World Cup winner with Brazil. But this isn't Pasadena, it's Istanbul. And this is the UEFA Cup, and this is Ian Harte. Sitting the ball up pretty, but failed to block it off from the 3, 6, 7-man wall. Come on, Leeds, here now. The nation is behind you, Ian Harte. With the drive, deflected. Oh, and deflected just wide. Wicked spin and curl. And from up here, it looked as if it passed no more than a foot wide of that post. Let's have a look. Deflected off the wall, and there was the spin. Oh! Corner kick for Leeds. Kewell's around the back. Stretched, but not quite high enough. So close, Joe.
So close, yes. I mean, when it took the deflection, and we're going to get a replay over here. It takes a deflection, the wall does its job, and that ball certainly was by Tafarel. Could have went anywhere, could have ended up in the back of the net.
Emre, bundled into by his own player, Capone, went down, and it's a corner kick here for Leeds, and a stirring finish by them. Bullen marshals his defence. Leeds with the big men forward. David O'Leary looks pensive. Woodgate was in there. Oh, and there was a foul challenge by the youngster as he went into the penalty area. Concentration on the face of the young Irishman, who's impressed so much since taking over Leeds United. Only played 10 games for them at the rump end of his career. No one's ever played more games for Arsenal, though. Emre, 5 minutes to go. Hakan and Sal. 1-2 was rather languid and lackadaisical by Hagi. Ergun looks a good player, doesn't he? Comfortable on the ball again. Turkish squad member, 27 years of age. The cross deflected away off Gary Kelly, who clearly thought his shirt was being tugged. Hasan Sass then with the corner kick for Galatasaray. And this is where Leeds need to be on their toes. Hagi with a little return. Hasan Sass still. Well, release here to Emre. Plays left, Ergun has missed control. Bowyer looks for the pace of Kewell. Capone will drop across and cover. Harry Kewell determined. Play on, says the referee, waiting to see if Capone had advantage. He didn't, and now he does play on. And Wilcox, well, that was a very, very clumsy challenge by Popescu. Wilcox with the cross, spins to Tafarel. Jason Wilcox has done well there for Popescu, because had he gone down, I think the Romanian would have been booked. Bowyer. Now comes Tafarel. So much nonsense is written about the atmosphere in this stadium. It is buoyant and jubilant when the home side are winning, and last night's tragedy took place miles from here. Harte with a throw in for Leeds. Home leg in a fortnight, 2-0 down. Arsenal, of course, to come at Ellen Road as well in the Premiership. And these are tired youngsters. And this is Emre, looks for Haji, Ian Harte blocked.
They may be tired, John, but I think if they get something from this game tonight, even a goal, I think it would give them a lift. They look the stronger team in the second half. And Galatasaray have just given them a little look in, and have, as far as goals are concerned, have failed to take it, but performance is certainly 10 times better than the first 45 minutes.
Capone will chase off after it, pressurised by Huckabee, and blocked him off. Good decision by the referee. How often do you see those not given? Well, Ahmet, who was going to come on right at the start of the second half, or earlier, is eventually coming on now as Harte gets the cross in. Deflected wide, McPhail gives it back to Ian Harte, the Irish international, calling for it square, and receiving his Bowyer, went for the ping, way off target. Somewhere over the last couple of months he's lost his shooting boots, Lee Bowyer. Haji's coming off. Well, it's been a charismatic, wonderful evening for him, and Ahmet returning to replace him is by far a more defensive midfield player. Haji lasted longer than we actually thought he would tonight. Bullets head down. Into the last minute we go. Galatasaray 2, Leeds 0. But if Leeds produce the sort of performances we've seen from them this season at home to Lokomotiv Moscow 4-1, against Roma, splendid, and they can still turn this tie around. Oh, throw into Gala. Haji. Injured right hand, wears a plaster on it these days, no real worry for him. Now Harte. Foul goes the way of the Leeds left fullback. We're in stoppage time, and Leeds have 3 minutes of that to claw an away goal here. Kewell claiming he was blocked off. Well, he's given a decision like that moments ago, but on this occasion the German referee thought otherwise. Haji and Co. 2-0 in Ellen Road won't be comfortable for them. And after what's happened here, the Leeds faithful fans will roar on the home side. This is Woodgate, ball was rolling. Nigel Martin will step forward and take this one now, which means everyone will go forward. Radaby will probably be the only one who stays back. They're all up on the edge of the box now then. Woodgate and Bakker and Huckabee. This is Jonathan Woodgate, goal kick. And you have to look back, Joe, at the chances, don't you? The Bridges one-on-one, saved, then he poked the rebound wide. Harry Kewell, brilliant run in the first half, shot wide. McPhail had a chance.
Yes, I think they'll reflect on it, and they've had an opportunity to come away from the stadium tonight with that away goal, but I think they can take heart from the second half performance. They have an uphill task, but if they can play the way that they have done in Europe this season at Ellen Road, the game, the tie, is not beyond them, but they will have a very, very hard 90 minutes in Leeds, because this team they are capable of scoring an away goal as well.
And they won a free kick here in the shape of Ergun. Questionable evening by the referee from Germany. Up comes Nigel Martin. Looks for Huckabee, headed down by Popescu, who's certainly a suspect to face these days. Oh, dreadful clearance. Harry Kewell. Popescu recovered his senses. Mistake by Hakan and Şükür, and they will make those defensively at Ellen Road. They have done throughout their European campaign. Conceded goals just about everywhere. But now this is Capone beyond Harte. Harte's fouled his man. Capone made a real meal of it though. Yellow card for Ian Harte. 4 bookings on the night for Leeds. It's his second in Europe. He's okay for the return leg in a fortnight's time. Well, he left the foot trailing and Capone went down, but
in this occasion as well, Capone has tried to get the ball by him, and if he didn't go down, he was in the box, heading in towards goals. Here he is. It was a late challenge. He did make quite a meal of it, but he's given away another dangerous free kick.
Free kick for Galatasaray. Ahmet there. Hakan Şükür. I think it will be the fullback who has the eventual shot here now. Off Radaby. I make it. We've had 3.5 minutes of stoppage time. High ball in by Ahmet. Woodgate, and it's a corner kick to Galatasaray. He looked tired there. No time for the corner. Joe Leeds beaten on the night 2-0.
Yes, beaten, and I've got to say over the 90 minutes Galatasaray were the better team, but there were opportunities for Leeds to score that away goal. They failed to take them, but I've got to say I take heart from Leeds' performance in the second half. There were gaps, especially down the middle there, with Popescu looking a little bit suspect, and I think there's still a lot to do for Galatasaray, but there is that danger, their ability to score the away goal.
2-0 to Galatasaray. Hakan Şükür on 12 minutes with a free header from an Arif cross, and 2 minutes before the break, Leeds, befuddled, failed to clear, and Capone came forward from fullback to drive beyond Nigel Martin. But at the end of an evening, Leeds United have simply lost a football match. The family of football here in Istanbul over the last 24 hours has lost far more than that. Leeds United losing in Galatasaray by